Crap. They're too scared to act. Claire cursed in her mind. As she looked at the new adventurers, she didn't know what to do. Even though death was an issue and something to be scared about, it was evident that the other group was worried about getting eaten. With only cold weapons, the other adventurers would need to get close to the monsters. Getting so uncomfortably close to those things while thinking about how their venom would dissolve all their internal organs wasn't a pleasant thought. They'd still have to experience everything that happened to their body, regardless of whether they'd come back or not. Continuing to fire, Claire thought, as long as we can keep this up, then we'll deal with their inaction afterward. Seeing how she struck the head of one of the monsters, blood beginning to stream down its face, there was a feeling of relief in Claire. While they fired their weapons, the three of them continued to walk backward on the path. The key to the strategy was to maintain their distance. At the same time, they needed to keep the cart in their sight. Hopefully, Bill and the others will be able to handle any surprises, Abby muttered, seeing the adventurers standing near the cart with their cold weapons in hand. Keep up the pressure, but make sure to attack the others periodically, she ordered them. Grunting happily at seeing the one nearest to them begin to slow as it lost blood. Once the monster collapsed, they quickly switched to the nearest one. While Abby and Hannah fired at the monster, Claire quickly aimed at the other ones. Seeing how quickly they were rushing over, the idea was to try and slow them down. From what they'd seen, the rock lizards appeared to have limited stamina in terms of bursts of speed. This was the biggest contributor towards them able to stay alive, even with so many attacking them. We can get through this, Claire said to herself out loud. One of her shots struck a rock lizard just right, causing the monster to become stunned. Claire felt revived after seeing such an outcome. Whether it was their determination, the other adventurer group was able to motivate themselves. The first one to rush towards a monster that wasn't getting shot by Claire and the others was Mindy, a long dagger in her right hand. Seeing that Mindy was the one taking the initiative to take out one of the monsters, Claire kept an eye on the woman. If I need to, I'll try to give her cover if there's a need for her to run away. Worried that she'd accidentally hit the woman, no shots were made on the monster that Mindy was targeting to attack. During the time that Claire was keeping the other monsters at bay, Abby and Hannah's effort bore fruit as another monster was taken down. Judging by how far away from the cart they were, Claire estimated it was nearly 100 feet. They continued to slide their feet along the ground and moved back. With how much damage the monsters had received and looking to run out of energy, it seemed like they wouldn't have an issue with taking all the creatures down. Checking up on Mindy, Claire saw that the older woman had jumped on the back of the monster, using the rocks as a means of keeping from being thrown off. The older adventurer slowly made her way to the head. Mindy began stabbing the weapon into the monster when she reached a certain point. She must have found some place that wasn't covered in armor, Claire thought as she watched the monster scream in pain from the attack. Noticing movement, Claire looked to see Jimmy raise his axe into the air. The other adventurers looked motivated by the older man's words and began running to the other monsters. Never too late to find courage, Claire laughed to herself, seeing the rookie adventurers target the monster close to the one that Mindy was attacking. With the new adventurers handling the monsters, Cammy, Don, and Bill were free to rush the monsters that Claire, Abby, and Hannah were dealing with. It wasn't long before Cammy, Don, and Bill were standing between the two groups of monsters. Bill began firing on the one that was left on Claire's side, while the other two attacked the ones that the new adventurers were riding on top of.